Okay, we begin with the first question. The image's width and height are displayed. What's the width? Okay, so this is an optional image that I uploaded, a rectangle that says 625 and 416. If you look at the answers, the first one is 461, not 416. The other one's 625. So for me, that would lead you to believe that 625 meant the width. We can click back on Show Image to have this blow back up. This over here on the right shows us what our score is, our name, the pin number over here at the top. And then when we're ready, we can click the next button. And we can take as much time between now and hitting that next button to describe what happened. What's the height? We already know that the 625 was the width, so the 416 must be the height. So we answer on our phone. And then we're ready. When we're ready, we can just hit the next. Question 3. PNG images, unlike JPEG, can have transparent areas. Which image format is this? So we see a character from Bleach, Ichigo. So we don't see a rectangular box surrounding him. We know this is transparent. Thus, we know it's a PNG. And so we select that. So we go to the next question. Question 4. If an image is transparent, we know it can't be what format? So we know transparent images are PNG. PNG stands for Portable Network Graphics. So if it's not that, it must be the other one. Joint Photography Group, JPEGs. Question 5. Another image format is GIF. With GIFs, you can create animation. Answer the GIFs question. So what's interesting here is that I put the question in the image, in this GIF. So the GIF enables us to do different things. We don't have to put the entire question up in that box on the top. And that box is really limited to 90 characters, so it's very limited. So with this rectangle or whatever image I chose to do, I can create interesting questions, whether it's a GIF, a PNG, or whatever. Although I did a blue box, I chose to ask the question, what color is blood? And so naturally you want to answer red. Don't be confused by the color of the rectangles. At first when I did this, each rectangle had the actual color, but because we randomized the questions, now they're in different boxes. So we're looking for red. So we look for the word red, and this would be over here. So then we continue. Question 6, what does GIF stand for? So 4 different questions. 2 of them seem the only likely ones. One is GIF, one is GFI. The other 2 we are already familiar with, Joint Photography Group and PNG, which is Portable Network Graphics. The only possible one that makes sense for GIF is Graphic Interchange Format. Question 7, question too large, please refer to image. So again here, we've been able to surpass the 90 character limit by putting these questions into the image. So a Kahoot question is limited to 95 characters. If you make an image with text, you can fill the image with as much text as you want, within reason, of course. The students have to be able to see them, so you can't make it too small. So the question is, if your Kahoot question had 100 characters, how could you enter it? And of course, the answer is as text in an image, okay, because it's beyond that 90 character limitation. Question 8, in an image's dimensions, on what side does the image appear? On what side does the width appear? We know the width is on the left, and we know the height is on the right. So that answer leaves us to left. Question 9, another type of media you can use in your questions is videos. Which is the video format? We know JPEG and PNG were image formats. So this is a bit of a review. We know that they aren't either of those. So we go to our next question, number 10. What do you call the type of Kahoot where the users don't know the subject. In this one, we introduce a new sort of media, videos. And so we play this video and it starts to talk about blind Kahoots. Immediately, within the first few seconds, the user would have seen the word blind Kahoots and they could have just guessed at that. If they didn't figure it out there, if they didn't want to guess, they can continue to watch the video. You can notice that the time hasn't started. The video is still playing and that time will begin once that minute and 40 is up, once that entire video has been played. Once the last student has clicked upon the answer, the video stops. Okay, so once all answers have been submitted, the video stops. So question 11, what is the purpose of a blind Kahoot? So the purpose, as explained by the video, is to teach a subject to an audience unfamiliar with it. So if the students didn't see the entirety of the video, if it was muted, then they wouldn't have gotten that. So this is something to understand about videos. Okay, if the answer comes up too quickly or the students decide to just click and guess, and that information hasn't been accessed, they won't know it. They won't know how to answer any questions about it. Okay, which leads us to question 12. Videos stop playing once everyone has submitted their answer. Which of the following is true? And this is really what I've been explaining already. Teachers should not expect the videos to be fully watched. So this is the only true one. If we look at the others, we also learn a little bit. Okay, if it's a long video, the students find the answer, it's going to end abruptly. And the other false one is long videos never interrupt the flow of a fast-paced game. So if we have a fast-paced game, the students are excited and they have to stop for 20 minutes to watch a video, this is really going to interrupt the flow. So this is something else. This can potentially interrupt the flow. So this is something else to consider when adding videos. The only true answer here is that teachers should not expect the video to be watched in its entirety, to be fully watched. Okay, question 13. What is one benefit of using an image? What is one benefit of using an image? So we know recently we said that we can add more than 90 characters of text to a question. We know that's going to be our answer. The other possibility is you can add less than 90 characters. While you can add less than 90 characters, it's not a benefit. What is the height minus the width? So this question enables us to synthesize information. We've already learned that 625 represents the width and 416 represents the height. So if we wanted to do height minus width, we'll be doing 416 minus 625. So this enables our users to think about this and put the pieces together in a new way, to utilize and synthesize the information that they've learned. And by doing that, they should come up, if they do it correctly, 416 minus 625. We know it's going to be negative. The only negative number here is 209. We don't even really have to do any math that's very complicated. So we can just click the green box, negative 209. And the last question, question 15. In which format can you utilize sound? So this one I think should be straightforward. We know that PNG, JPEG, and GIF were all image formats. The only one that had audio was the video format. So that's the only answer that made sense to me. Okay, once we finish the Kahoot, we get taken to this Podium if we've selected the Podium option, the experimental Podium option. So here we see two different things. On the left is what the host sees, generally the teacher sees. They see the Podium, the top players, either the top one player or the top three if they selected the Podium. Over on the right, we see the mobile phone emulator. So this is what the student sees. Game over. They see their name, what place they've gotten, maybe some encouraging words, and also their score. All right, so the student knows how they've done, what place they've gotten into. And the teacher, the presenter, whoever's hosting it, knows how the top scorers did. We can also click on Get Results. And Get Results we can store these results in a few different ways. Automatically, by being the host, these results get stored in our user account and we can access them anytime later. Having played them right now, we can also save them directly to the computer, or we can save them to the Google Drive. If we look on the right, we see that we can rate this Kahoot. We can give it 5 stars, 1 star, 4 star, whatever we wanted. We can also click on, did you learn something? Do you recommend it? And to continue, tell us how you feel. So different ratings for this Kahoot. And once we've done that, they show up on the main screen, on the teacher's screen, whoever's hosting it, right? So this will be a cumulative review. So it won't just be the result from one person, but all the students, all the users who are playing. This will show up here. So again, we can save our results. If we wanted to, we can play again, and we can play again in ghost mode. So we see someone else playing as if they're another user, but they're not another user, it's our previous results. We can compare ourselves to our previous playthrough, or we can just go ahead and play through on our own. All right, and that's really it. We can take these results and do interesting things with them. They get exported into an Excel file, and we'll be looking later at what we can do with that.